You are beautiful. You are strong. You are love. You deserve to have the life you desire. It doesn't matter what others say about you, it's about what you say about you. You are worthy. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, You Are What You Think. Today I am wearing my friend Jasmine's bodysuit. I know if you've seen my last video that you probably heard me talk about her hairline and her clothing line. I felt it appropriate to actually share one of her pieces with you. That way you'd be able to see for herself the type of quality and nice products she has. So I'm not going to do a full stand-up 360, but I do want to show you how cool this bodysuit is. It's a zip up first and foremost, so you can zip it all the way up, which I found very, very flattering. And then you can adjust it how you want. And then the sleeves have little like thumb cuffs, which I thought was also super cute. But on a serious note, I like to get into the topic for today, which is chapter 1 of my woke segment. I wanted to start right from the beginning, and that is with segregation, but I'm gonna take it a little step further back. I'm gonna talk about the 300 years of slavery we all faced, and going out of that, how segregation was brought into play. I feel that today we still suffer from that because, you know, being segregated from a certain race or races during a period of time can hurt people mentally and make them feel like they're not enough, like they're not worthy. And the Constitution did not help with that either, stating that Black people were 2/3 human, which gave Caucasian people the right to treat us like crap. That wasn't right. That's not right for anyone, any race, to be treated like that. And to my knowledge, that hasn't been changed or talked about in so many years. It's like we overlook it. You know, we're taught it in our history books, and to this day, you know, we face so much, I don't want to say racism, but it's definitely some racism still around because of how we were treated so long ago. And so segregation not only affected us when it came to the housing, where we weren't able to live in communities with other Caucasian people and other races, but it affected our school system. You know, certain places felt like the school system and suburb neighborhoods were to be nicer, have the best teachers, and so forth. And so they were educated better than Black people were back in the day. But that situation never got fixed and or talked about even now. That what happened so many years ago affects us because they created a separation that divided people that to this day in the inner cities and in the projects, you predominantly see Black and or Latina people. And that's not right. That's not fair. That's not just. And so when it comes to the schooling, you know, we're still, I feel like, second-class citizens when it comes to our children being taught certain things and their education being up to the same standards as of those in suburb neighborhoods. It also affects us when it comes to our Black-owned businesses. Back when segregation was about, you know, Black people couldn't shop in white stores, but now it's legal for everyone to shop wherever they choose. However, I feel like the programming in our minds made it to where it was like, it's not good. Like, Black people don't have quality products. They don't give good customer service. I feel that being put into people's minds way back when just kind of like even changed our own people into saying like, they're probably right. I shouldn't shop with them because it's hard. Black businesses struggle the most. And it's crazy because we make up so much of the economical money within the United States. We spend so much money. And it's like, if we were to actually support and pay and do business with our Black brothers and sisters and their businesses, I feel that we would be way better off, and they would thrive. They would really thrive. Today, white businesses, they get a lot of our business. They do very well because of us. And so I wanted you to take a look at that, because that needs to change. We need to start bringing up those conversations that could be slightly uncomfortable, because segregation, it it did more than just hurt people's feelings and, created a divided economic or community. And so today we suffer from it in so many different ways and in so many different areas of our life. And I feel like our programming, even with other races, I feel like their programming to think that Black people are less than and don't have good quality service when it comes to businesses and their products is false. I was reading a book not too long ago. I finished The Miseducation of a Negro. And within the book, they talked about how if you train a person to go to the back door and make them feel like that's the way they're supposed to enter and that's how they deserve to be treated, over time, they will agree with that statement and they will move accordingly. Meaning that if there is no back door for them to go to, and they think it's supposed to be one, they're going to create their own back door, even if it's not a back door, because they feel that that is the door they're supposed to enter. And so I'm using that as an example to say that once a person is taught something, even if it's wrong, there is going to be a lot of work needing to be done to switch that, to reverse that, because that was a mistake. And that was a big issue that affected Black people as a whole. And I don't feel like we fully recovered after all those years, because we're still separate. We're still separate in a way. And believe it or not, when it comes to certain suburbs, the more Black people continue to move into certain suburbs, you'll see Caucasian people moving right out to another. And I think it's the craziest thing. It is the craziest thing, because it's just like, we should all be able to live together. Not like in the same house, of course, but like we should all be able to live in a neighborhood together without there being these different misjudgments and conceptions about how certain people are. Because that's not true either. If you look through history, and you want to look in detail going back, I mean, there are like a lot of evidence showing from when Christopher Columbus came over on his boat and decided to claim land that was already lived on by Indians, by Native Americans. That should have been the first sign right there, like, okay, something's wrong with this. I don't know what's going on, but, that's not right. I feel like that set the tone. It's like, okay, this is the kind of person we're dealing with. This is the kind of people we're dealing with. And if that wasn't enough, 300 years of slavery, like, y'all, I don't know if anybody can, like, argue on behalf of what happened 300 years ago. But it was by far the most inhumane thing that could have occurred to a specific race of people. I don't even think that any other race would think of something so terrible to do to one group of people. And so I'm not trying to stay way back there, because you have to grow, you have to forgive, you have to move on and create better together. But that's just to show what happened and what was going on back then, that clearly the different things that happened were not right and they need to be rectified, and we need to come up with solutions and evolve into something better, a much better, more beautiful community where our children and their children's children will be safe and feel safe to grow and thrive together, knowing right from wrong. And so you definitely have to take a look at the past, to learn from the past, to know how to do better, to be better, and to work together to create that future for our children, you know? They are the ones who are going to be looking back at us when we're ancestors. A few years for some, but we're going to be ancestors. In one of my previous videos, I talked about leaving your mark. Like, how are you going to be remembered? What is your life going to have meant for others 200 years from now? And I feel like what better way than for us to start today, to resolve issues, to work together, to listen to one another, and to come up with like solutions to the issues, to make it right, I want to make it clear that I am not against any specific race of people. I believe that all people are beautiful. I believe that history is history. And I want to say that because I feel that doing this woke segment will maybe make some people feel uncomfortable. But it's all out of love. It's all out of peace. It's just to make it so that you are aware of where, the different injustices are in the world, and how we as a people, I feel like I can speak on Black people as a race when I say that, we're still mistreated. When it comes to interviews, y'all know that some y'all, and it's so crazy, Black people are judged not even just on their skin, but also by name. If they have a name that doesn't sound appropriate to a specific company, they'll go with someone else, not even giving that other person a chance. I'm doing this segment to make you realize, to make everyone know and realize that we are all people. We are all people who hurt, who love, who cry, who laugh. We have feelings, we have emotions. We are all similar in these instances, and that we all deserve to be treated properly. We all deserve love. We all deserve forgiveness. We all deserve so much. And we all are going through our own journeys separately, but together. We all live on this world and on this planet together. And so, to treat others unfairly is not the way. If that is our history, then we need to learn from our history and we need to do better, because we control where history is going to go in the future. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining me today. This is part 1 of the woke segment. I believe that being woke is knowing your race, knowing the history of America, and also understanding the different injustices that all people face. And so it's about being knowledgeable about what people are going through in this world, like not even just in this world, but in America, to be specific and exact, the United States. And so, I know I talked about slavery, I talked about Christopher Columbus coming over here, but, hate groups, it just should not be legal. There is no reason why hate groups should be around today. It should be highly illegal, We should be spreading love. We should be teaching peace. We should be teaching harmony. We should not be going around hating races based off of anything, We have to teach right. We need to teach ourselves so that we can teach children in the future what is right and what is wrong. So, with that, I leave you with, You create your own destiny. Peace and love. Until next time, live well.